Welcome back to Lucid Science. This week, we'll be looking at Same Father, Same Face. Deep Learning reveals selection for signaling kinship in a wild primate by Charpentier et al. We're going to be talking about genetics and family relationships. So let's go over some terms. Kin is a different way to refer to family and relatives, and will be used here to talk about half-siblings. Phenotypes are the observable characteristics that result from the relationship between the genetic makeup of an individual and its environment. An example of this is green versus blue eyes. Morphology refers to the physical makeup of an individual, which can be the result of a phenotype. For example, today we will talk about the morphology of the facial structure between individual mandrills. Patrilineal or matrilineal refers to the branch of the family from which a certain trait comes or is associated with. Patrilineal refers to the genetic line of the father, while matrilineal refers to that of the mother. Alright, ready? Let's do it. Kin selection is the process by which certain traits are favored because of their beneficial effects on the survival of relatives, and is a major evolutionary force shaping cooperative interactions in animal societies. Meaning that if you know someone is your relative, you will try to help them survive. Facial traits are both the most morphologically variable and the most singular and recognizable features of physical appearance. However, whether kin-based facial resemblance is merely due to genetic ancestry, or is the result of evolutionary selection to be able to recognize kin, is unknown. Charpentier et al. Test here whether facial resemblance between individuals with the same father has been selected for, using state-of-the-art artificial intelligence technology based on deep neural networks that are able to detect the difference between faces. In these primate societies, reproduction is often skewed toward a few high-ranking males, whose dominance rank frequently changes. As a consequence of this high reproductive skew, most newborn infants of a given cohort are related through the paternal line, but different matrilines, meaning that they have the same father but different mothers. In this study, they investigate whether certain facial traits act as a signal of kinship for mandrills. In other words, whether half-siblings are able to recognize one another as relatives based on facial recognition and social cues. They hypothesized that these facial traits are strongly determined by the genetic relatedness between paternal half-siblings when compared to non-kin, meaning that half-siblings should associate and affiliate more with one another. Second, they predict that paternal half-siblings will resemble one another more closely than non-kin, but more importantly, more closely than maternal half-siblings, even though paternal half-siblings and maternal half-siblings share, on average, the same degree of genetic relatedness. Their findings are quite interesting. As for kinship and social behavior, paternal half-siblings have differentiated social relationships. They have more similar faces and share more grooming and aggression between one another compared to non-kin. Although maternal half-siblings generally show the highest frequencies of association and interactions, the average social phenotypes of paternal half-siblings and maternal half-siblings are statistically similar. These results suggest that adult paternal half-siblings recognize one another as kin, which supports the second part of their hypothesis. This can be seen in Figure 1, where maternal half-siblings have the highest interactions for grooming, aggression, and association due to their social dynamics. However, paternal half-siblings have the second most, and more than non-kin, which supports their hypothesis that paternal half-siblings have differentiated social relationships, and that they recognize one another as kin. Importantly, they explore whether kinship was detectable from faces, and if so, how age difference played into this during females' development. A closer examination revealed that the critical split in interactions occurs when comparing females aged less than 2 years apart from those aged more than 2 years apart. This can be seen in Figure 3, where adult individuals greater than 2 years apart exhibit the smallest facial distance between one another, as compared to those younger than or equal to 2 years apart, i.e., they resemble each other more than either non-kin or maternal half-siblings do. This is likely due to the change in the rankings of the dominant male in a cohort. Additionally, the relationship between paternal half-siblings, maternal half-siblings, and non-kin can be seen in these 4 photos. The numbers below each photo represent the face distance between the female in black and each category. It can be seen here that paternal half-siblings show the least distance, maternal half-siblings second, and non-kin third, which supports the first part of their hypothesis. The benefits of different social relationships, such as increased social interactions and physical proximity, can affect health, reproduction, and survival, which helps explain this behavior as well as their findings. This study highlights the exciting potential of deep learning for investigating complicated animal phenotypes that cannot be easily detected by the human eye, thereby opening new research opportunities in evolutionary biology with long-lived or endangered species. This technology could help scientists better understand the genetic makeup of endangered populations with minimal human interference in their daily lives, allowing us to better protect and mitigate against extinction. And maybe along the line, help us to realize that we aren't so different after all. Find us on social media at Conservation Made Simple, and I'll see you on the next Lucid Science.